Hi everyone, this is Krispy1001 at kpexclusive.com. I'm making a video on UV unwrapping an object. I've had several people email me and tell me that they're having issues UV unwrapping objects in Blender. So the object of this video is to show the different techniques to UV unwrap an object in Blender. I'm going to be showing how to smart UV project and when I think it could be used, unwrapping by marking seams, project by view, and unwrapping by Vertex Groups. The two that I use most often now is unwrap by marking seams and unwrap by Vertex Groups. So I use these two in combination to unwrap my objects. So the first we'll be going over is Smart UV Project. So let's start Blender. Okay, I'm using a prop blade because of a friend I have at fsdeveloper.com. It's Richie35. He's having an issue UV unwrapping a prop. So we're going to be using a prop to do this video. Okay, so the first one we're going to be doing is Smart UV Project. We're going to need to open up a UV editor. So I'm going to pull it over, go down, and UV image editor. Oops. Okay, so to do this, you just go into edit mode, so tab. Make sure that everything is selected, and I should say that the only thing that I have seen that Smart UV Project can be used for is if you have an object and you're only going to be applying colors to, or simple colors, no textures, and ambient occlusion. If you're only going to be using simple colors and putting your shadows in, then you can use a Smart UV Project. But not if you're going to be using an object that you need to apply a texture that has an image or text on it or anything like that. It would be incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to do. So let's go ahead and hit U, which is a shortcut to open up the UV editor or UV mapping commands, and we're going to do Smart UV Project, and it'll ask you three questions: angle limit, island margin, area weight. The only one I usually deal with is island margin, which is the distance in between islands, and I'm going to use 0.10, and I'm going to hit OK. Now you can see it doesn't do bad on a prop because you're mainly going to be putting your image in these areas here, usually not on the side or in the shaft, but you can still see how it separates a part of the side of the shaft on each side. It really splits up the shaft, and it does the tip of the blade off to its side, which isn't bad. But if you've tried to use Smart UV Project on a fuselage, you can see that when it unwraps it, it's impossible. It's almost impossible to texture it. And I know my first videos, this is how I did it because I was learning Blender as well, so I wasn't really up on its UV unwrapping yet. I've learned a lot from my first videos. So the new series of videos I'm going to be doing is going to be much more in depth of using Blender and the new techniques that I have learned myself, and some tricks I've learned, and also more information that I've learned on using the FSX SDK. So let's now go to the let's hit tab to get out of this. You've seen how it smart UV unwraps. Now we're going to go into unwrapping by marking seams, which is the way that it should be done, and with also using Vertex Groups. So I'm going to hit tab mode. Now you can see I've already marked some of the seams so I can speed up this process. I've left it blank down below so I can show you how to mark seams. So basically everywhere you see red, I have marked the seams by using going into edge select mode, and you can see I will select a seam and go around. Then I hit mark seam. You can see the top is marked as its own seam. Then I went down both sides of the prop, on both sides, going across the bottom of the shaft, up on the other side. So basically what I've done, I've marked using my seams that this will be one whole island, the other side will be one whole island, the top will be one whole island. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go in and we're going to start marking the shaft now the way we want Blender to separate it for us or unwrap it. So make sure you're in edge select. I'm going to select an edge, select this edge, select this edge. I'm going to spin it around. I want to hold the control key and click this last edge. Oops, it went the wrong way for me. Why did it do that? Okay, let's start it over again. There, there, there. Let me hit control here. Alright, there we go. And then I wanted to go to there, and then up and up. Okay, so now you can see that I have this part of the shaft, all the edges selected. I'm going to hit mark seam. So now that is selected. Now I'm going to go and unselect these. And now I'm going to select the other side. So select there. Let's do one more. Hit control. There we go. And now I'm going to mark this seam. Mark seam. And 8 unselect. Now I have the full prop and blade completely marked the way I want Blender to unwrap it for me. So now we're going to go and we're going to hit first select everything. So A. Okay, everything's selected. I'm going to hit U for the shortcut for UV Unwrap, and I'm going to tell it to unwrap. Now you can see how it put both of the sides on top of each other here. That part right here, let me hit, how I did that, to move the part, if you don't want it where it's at, click on a vertex and click an L, and it will select that whole island. And then you can grab and move it wherever you want. So this is the tip of the prop. This is one of the sides of the prop. This is the other side of the prop. And then you can see how nice it unwrapped our blade. So that's how you mark your seams to unwrap. Then of course you would go UVs, export your UV, a little window will come up. You would decide where you want to put it, give it a name, and export the UV layout. And that's what you would use to apply your textures to this this prop. So I'm going to go ahead and 8 and select and tab. So that is how to mark seams. The next way we're going to look at is project from view, which basically what this does, I'm going to go to a front View, hit Tab, hit A. We'll make sure everything is selected. And basically what this does, it takes a 2D snapshot of your object and projects and makes the UV unwrap of that item. Now I don't really use this, but I'm just going to show you how you do it. So we have it selected, and actually I should only mark what I want to do. Well, no, let's hit U, and we want to project from view. I hope it didn't do that. It might have. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Okay, I should not have selected everything. So we want to hit C. Well, let's make sure we're in vertex mode. And let's hit C. Select everything in front. Hit enter. Then U, and project from view. There we go. Then you can hit grab, move it where you want it. You hit A to unselect. Oh yeah, it'll still be there. We're alright. Then we want to hit, instead of doing the front view, we want to do the back view. So turn it around, do the same thing, hit C. Also make sure you're not showing back faces. That's this right there, that little icon right there. Then we hit enter. If you didn't see real good, this is the button that lets you see back faces or turn off back faces. Okay, now that we have that, you want to hit U again, project from view. We'll move this where we want to put it. Grab, put it right there. Now if we select everything, it'll show those two, but you still have to get the bottom and the top. So we would have to unselect everything, go to a top view. Nope, that's not going to do good, because if we do it now, it's going to re-unmap all this here. So probably what you'd have to do now to project from view is only select that one. So go to face mode, do a top view, select only that one face, hit project from view. So hit U, project from view. There we go. And let's do rotate. And grab, and we'll put it right there. And select, look at the bottom. Oh yeah, I have nothing at the bottom because it's hollow. So that should be the whole thing unwrapped. So let's hit A to unselect. And there we go. So that should have everything unwrapped. So that is how you project from view. Sometimes though, depending on how a fuselage is, you will have faces that's turned in, and you would have to get the vertices and stretch them out to make it more flat. Now, I hope you know what I mean by that. Because something that's more curved than what these blades are, you may do a project from view, but as you see up here, how this little face right there in between may not show up too well here, and you'll have to take that and stretch it out so it would get more of the texture that you're going to be putting onto it. So that is how you project from view. Let's tab and get out of that. Now we're going to go into the second way that I use, and then I prefer. I prefer using the mark by seam, and we're going to be doing now by Vertex Group. And I like using this a lot more than all the others. So now we're going to go tab. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to go tab to go into edit mode. Now I already have one set up, so I can just do it a little faster. I've made one vertex group, and this is my vertex group here. The reason I did that because I'm going to cheat, so I can inverse and do the other side and do the other parts I want to do. And you can see that I've named this one prop front face for my vertex group. And I'm going to go select, and I'm going to inverse. So you can see it selected the other part of it now. I'm going to go down, and I'm going to start unselecting. Actually, I'm going to do this faster. I'm going to turn on back facing so I can see the back facing. I'm going to hit C, make it a little smaller. I'm going to hold down the middle wheel. And hit enter. Okay, so now I have the other side selected. So I'm going to go over here, and this is under the little triangle thing here, little image right here, and it says data, object data. So this is the object data here, and we're going to go down to Vertex Group. Let's see what's up here. So we're going to go to Vertex Group. We're going to hit the little plus. We're going to double click on it, and I'm going to call this prop. Prop back face. I'm now going to hit the assign button to assign these vertexes to that group. Assign. Okay. I'm going to deselect. I'm going to turn off back facing. We'll go to the top. I'm going to select this face. I'm going to add another vertex group. I'm going to call it prop tip. I'm going to assign that to a vertex group. Oops. Let me see here. Oops, let's go deselect. Select. Okay, I see. So I want to choose that one and that one. Let's make sure which way is front. Okay, so I'm doing the back. I want to select there. I could be using the C again, but I just didn't. The C key, which is here, and enter. Okay, so that marks that one. So I'm going to make another group. I'm going to call it prop back shaft. I'll just go prop shaft back. And I'm going to assign it. I'm going to select there and there. Let's hit C. Enter. C. Enter. Okay, I am going to make another vertex group. We're going to call it prop shaft front. And that is it. So we hit A, Now I'm going to individually select the vertex groups and unwrap them. So we're going to click this one, we're going to hit select, we're going to hit UV, and we're going to hit unwrap. So there's the prop, or the face, the front face of the prop. I'm going to deselect, go prop face back, hit select, hit U, hit unwrap, grab, move it over, oh, I have a problem there. That's not supposed to have that. It's supposed to be the tip. What did I do? Okay, so we're going to have to redo that. I messed up somehow. So I'm going to delete this UV. I'm going to select that. Delete only that. I'm going to go back to, which one is this? That's the front, that's the back. So the back I'm going to remove. I'm going to reassign it. There we go. Let's make sure we have it right now. We hit A to unselect. I'm going to say select. I did it again. Why did it do it again? Oops. I'll hit assign again. Should I assign that one? A. Select. Okay, it does that face. Deselect. Deselect. Select. Okay, what is going on? Okay, hold on a minute. I'm going to have to pause, find out what's wrong. Okay, I found what I did wrong. I forgot to assign. So let's get going again. So let's, I already have prop tip selected, so I'll go ahead and leave it. And I'll hit move this. U and unwrap. Let's size it down. Let's rotate it by 90. Grab it, and let's put it over here. And let's deselect. Let's go to the face and select. I mean the front right face. Hit U, unwrap. That's good. Let's go deselect. Go prop face back. Select. Unwrap. Grab. X. We'll put it right there. We've already got the tip. Oh, let's go deselect. Hit prop shaft back. Oh, select. U, unwrap. Size. Grab. Let's put it right there. Let's deselect. Select the front. Hit select. U, unwrap. Well, that's weird why I did that. But it doesn't make a difference. Let's rotate by 90. Grab. Let's put it right there. And that should be everything. Deselect. Let's hit A to select everything. And there we go. So let's hit A and select. Let's B, select that one. Size it up a little bit. Grab. And there you go. That is how you unwrap using Vertex Groups. And I've also found that by setting up Vertex Groups later on when you do other things, it really comes in handy. So I hope this tutorial helps everybody. Please watch for my new series of videos coming out on an experimental plane. I will be dealing or going deeper in the use of Blender, how to use Blender. I'll also be showing some of the new tricks and the new things I've learned so I can help other people. And also I've learned a lot more on the FSX SDK, so we'll be going much more in depth than what we did in my first video series. So I hope everybody gets something out of this video, and thanks for watching. Bye.